a new Chewbacca bandolier strap. Fits over your shoulder for play and holds 10 action figures securely. Like new Princess Leia Organic and Re-Ease, each sold separately. It even has pouches.
New C-3PO collector's case Chewbacca bandolier strap.
Hi again, how's it going? We're back, and I'm doing another video today. This is a twofer of a day, surprisingly. But why is that? Well, because we finally got the long-awaited announcements, at least some of them. Hopefully there will be more. But we finally got some long-awaited announcements from Hot Toys about the 40th anniversary of Aliens. Now, for those of you not old enough to know, or who don't know, Aliens was the sequel to the original film Alien, which came out in 1979. Aliens came out in 1986. So those of you who are old enough, my age at least, we were 13 when Aliens came out. So there you go. But in the meantime, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video to whoever you can. I'm at 75 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of the summer. I mean, obviously, if I can get more than that, awesome. But in the meantime, 100 seemed like a good target to set. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But please help me out because I'm trying to do as much as I can. You know, time permitting to get as many videos out and, you know, make you guys aware of things when they get announced. I know I'm a little bit late to the party. Everybody, this was announced late last night and also early this morning. So there are a lot of people who've already beat me to the punch in talking about these pieces. But here I am to add my 2 cents. So with no further ado, we're talking about this guy. Well, he's one of the guys we're talking about. We're talking about this guy, Alien Warrior. We finally have an Alien Warrior. Let's make this bigger. There we go. Can I not make that any bigger? No, maybe not. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah, it is an alien. Now, some people call it a drone. I like Alien Warrior myself better. I think that sounds better to me. But yeah, I mean, look, he looks great. It looks really good. The design aesthetic didn't change a lot from the original film, from the big chap, aside, of course, from the shapes of the heads, in the sense that the warriors have more what looks like ridges along the top of the head, as you can see. And I guess that's meant to make it look cooler. From James Cameron's perspective, that was probably just to make it look cooler. I don't know, but it does look very cool. But as you can see, these are some of the comparisons of this particular figure. The one in the middle is this current one, I believe. The one on the left, that's the big chap. So you can see he's bigger than the big chap. And the one on the far right, that was the original Hot Toys Warrior Xenomorph. So he's definitely bigger than both. He's taller than the big chap, taller than the previous version of the Warrior. So just to give you a sense of scale. But let's just look at this for a bit here, because I mean, there we go. I mean, the coloring is beautiful. They've done a really, really good job with the layering the colors, because it looks black, but the way the light hits it, it makes it look a little bit blue. There's maybe a little bit of green in there. They've gone to a good level of trouble to get this to look this good. As you can see. Here, let's move on. But yeah, and then you got the movable jaws as usual. Now, this is all coming from the fact that I have the Scorch Xenomorph from Alien Romulus, and I love that figure. this is very different. This is, well, as you can see, it's not quite the same kind of thing. I imagine he's probably about the same size, I would guess. Well, actually, wait, you know what? What was the measurement on so he's approximately 38.5 centimeters tall. So 38.5 centimeters tall. The measuring tape and see how tall that is. 38.5. So he's about 15 and a quarter inches tall. That's 38.5. He's a big boy. So yeah, and I will say the scored xenomorph is probably about the same height if you were to stand him up straight. So yeah, I think this is going to be a big piece to have in your collection. But I mean, look at this. Now, they've definitely got the medical grade silicone involved here, just for like the hips and some of the areas, because they can form it into things. Like you can, it's not just rubber, right? Because it would wear out eventually. It would crack. It would dry out. It would break. The medical grade silicone doesn't do that. So I imagine the places where it's required to not show seams, which, to be fair, with this particular figure, with xenomorphs in general, it's easy to hide seams because they're so biomechanical anyway. So it's not necessarily difficult to hide them, but it does look better if you don't have to hide them. But I mean, the elbows, you can tell based on the medical grade silicone, you can tell is here, and the knees and the hips. The shoulders, no, but the arms go inside this part of its exoskeleton, so you wouldn't see them anyway, so that's fine. And the tail is going to be wired and really cool. The tail on the scored xenomorph is phenomenal. But yeah, like now they're lighting this in a very bluish tint. That's probably because of the movie Aliens. The film is kind of has a bluish hue to it. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it looks great, don't get me wrong. It's just that it's, you know, it's kind of looks like this is the kind of color scheme that the movie has. But it looks great. As you can see, the poses you'll be able to get with this are phenomenal. But look at the detail. Like, just look at the detail in the rib cage alone, and the head. Now, we can't see through the dome here like we could with scored xenomorph. You can see the sort of human-like skull behind it. Same thing with Big Chap. You can see the skull behind it. They never showed it in the movies, but you can see it slightly through that dome. Now, with the aliens in Aliens, they didn't give us that. We didn't see that. If they were there, it was too dark. We couldn't see anything. So, you know, but I don't think they were. But regardless, it looks fantastic. You'll notice also that he's only got 3 fingers. Well, 2 fingers and a thumb. Other alien figures seem to have 6 fingers. So, actually, wait, is it 6? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 5. Yeah, 5 fingers and a thumb. So, if you want to call that 6 fingers. I believe the Big Chap also has that same thing, because both the Big Chap and the alien from Romulus, I believe, are not meant to be warriors. They're a different caste of alien, because it's like a caste system in a way, kind of like an insect hive. Yeah, this one's got 2 fingers and a thumb, but looks amazing. Can't get enough of how it looks. I mean, he's just so cool. And of course, we're getting the tease of the other figure we're going to talk about. But right now, we're looking at the warrior alien, and yeah, it looks so good. It really does look great. They've really done a good job with this. Now, I'm sure there are people who are going to complain. There always are, that it's not accurate enough. But again, here we are, another similarity, or sorry, another let's look at the differences kind of thing. Now, again, I believe the one on the far left, this is the Big Chap. This is the Warrior, and this is the Warrior, the 1.0. Now, you can see very clearly that the back is different. It's very different. They've made a lot of changes from the original one to this 2.0. There's no question it's a different figure. He's a good inch and a bit, maybe inch and a half taller. But also just the level of detail is outstanding. They've gone to so much more effort to make this as screen accurate as possible. Again, I know there are people who are going to say it's not screen accurate, or they're going to find nits to pick, but anybody coming off the street looking at your collection sees this and says, "Oh, aliens," because that's what it looks like. Regardless, I think it looks amazing. Here's another look at the way they've got it. But again, there's the big chap on the left. Middle is the new one. So here's the example. Here's the comparison between the two. The original Warrior versus this new one. And they are clearly different. I mean, I don't think the original one is bad by any stretch, but I don't have it. I don't know how it will hold up over time. I can tell you this one, the main one, looks, the current new one that's coming looks better. It just looks better. Like there's no question. But I mean, the posability is there. The things we'll be able to do with this, like that is menacing. Yikes. Very, very menacing. But yeah, like this guy, I'm all in. I'm all in. I've already pre-ordered it because clearly I'm a fan of my nostalgia, and movies from the 80s are that's my jam. Aliens, Predator, RoboCop, Die Hard, like all these things that came out, they're all my thing. But yeah, I mean, look at this. They can pose it so that it looks like it's hanging on the wall, like it's clinging to a wall. Let's see if I can make that a little smaller so you get a bit. Like, look, that is cool that you can do that. I think that looks amazing. Again, I cannot wait for this. But again, the detail, like that's some unreal level of detail. It really is. They've really done a great job with this. And as you can see here, highly detailed, hyper realistic sculpting and paint. The paint paint apps on this are fantastic. They've really gone with almost like I don't even want to say a two-tone. It's more like a three-tone or a four-tone paint job. Because depending on the lighting, it looks like he's like a bluey black, then maybe a slightly tinge of green. I don't know, but it's beautiful. They've done a great job. Obviously, see, seamless silicone arms. So there you go. So this one on the right is the original Warrior Alien. The one on the left is this new one. And oh wait, you know what? No, I apologize. I am wrong. It's interchangeable arms. I didn't even realize what I was reading when I read that. So you can change the arms. So you can put these arms on him, or you can put these arms on him, depending on your preference. Like, that's cool. But yeah, that's very, very cool. Both of them are still 3 fingers. But yeah, I've got this guy coming. I ordered the deluxe version, this one here, because it comes with, yes, you see it, an ovomorph. The ovomorph is what they call the egg. That's what we commonly refer to as the egg. But it comes with an ovomorph on this really cool base stand. I really wish they would sell the eggs like as a separate, like an accessory pack. Like you can buy like 6, like a half a dozen eggs. And they should have them in like a carton. I know. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the one with the egg because I need that egg. I want that egg. I will have that egg because, I mean, it's aliens. You got to have, like, look, Look at it. With 2 eggs, it's gonna look amazing. Right? Like, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The eggs are worth the price of admission to me as well. So there's that. This is okay. So we're just going through it's the same alien. This is just the deluxe version with the egg and the sort of kind of diorama stand thing. But yeah, otherwise it's the same alien, but with eggs. And there's, of course, you know who. Same interchangeable arms. Okay, there's the egg. See, how cool is that? Like, these are the things we've been asking for years. Again, they're showing the size comparison, but again, that was the collector's version of the figure, and the original one they showed, and now this has been the deluxe version, which comes with the egg and the really cool stand. So now we're at here. This is what we were really looking forward to. Not that I didn't look forward to a new alien. Of course I did. A new xenomorph. But Ellen Ripley. I don't own a Ripley at all. I know that there have been Ripleys made by Hot Toys. There was previously there's a 1.0 of this one, the Aliens version with the shorter hair. And there's also a 1.0 of the version of Ripley from the first film, from Alien. Both of which are long overdue for a 2.0. And this is the 2.0 for Ripley from Aliens. Now, there has been some discussion online about the head sculpt, about the face. I see where people are coming from. There are a number of people that I've spoken to just today who feel that the sculpt is still soft, that it's not really there, that it's not working for them. I think that that's more due to the way this is lit, and of course we know Hot Toys does not. Sometimes they nail the photography, but they're kind of hit or miss with the photography. I think this is more a case of the way it's been lit. Because there are some photos here where 100% I see Sigourney Weaver, like 100%. Now, is that to say that they couldn't make some slight improvements? Of course, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement no matter what it is. Yeah, there are things I could see them improve, like that. I'm sorry. Just going to bring that up a little bit bigger. For me, that looks just like her. This looks like Sigourney Weaver from the movie. But as you can see, also, just to point this out, there's 2 versions we're going to talk about. This is the sculpted hair version. They also announced an artisan version. We will get to that. But Ripley comes with an egg as well. Let's get to that. There it is behind her. You can see it. Here's the thing. I look at this. I see Sigourney Weaver from Aliens. I do. That's who it is. And it's not because of the outfit. It's not because of the guns. It's not because of the short hair. I see Sigourney Weaver's face. I do. That's a good one. That's a really good photo to highlight the fact that, and of course we've got the Reeboks. She's got the boots back still. So we've got that license locked down. Clearly Hot Toys. But yeah, like I think the issues that maybe people are having with the face sculpt is more because of the lighting of this figure. And that's always the case with Hot Toys, it seems, is that they just don't light things very well when they're doing their photography. And because of that, sometimes the figures don't look so good. But then you get them in hand and you're like, oh my God, this is perfect. So there you go. Sometimes it's just about lighting. But like here, I'm sorry, that is Sigourney Weaver. It is. Right in there. I don't know what else to say. I honestly I don't have a problem with this sculpt at all. It looks just like her from that movie. like just like her. I don't have any issues with it. I mean, yes, would I give it would I say it's a 10 out of 10? No, because there are very, 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 very few 10 out of 10s. This is, I would say, more of a 9.5 for me. I think it's that good. But like I said, I think it looks just like her. And we've got the M40A1 pulse rifle. There's the tracker taped to the gun, if you remember the scene. She's got her grenades in the bandolier that go in the into the grenade launcher that's here, as we remember from Hicks explaining to her how the gun works. Yeah, the one thing I will say, and I was watching Ma's toy box this morning just to kind of have a get his thoughts on it. I would like to have seen them include some of the flares too, as an accessory. They didn't put any flares. The flares would have been cool. It's not a make or break. It just would have been a nice little added touch. But like, I mean, I look at this and I see Sigourney Weaver 100%. I do. I just do. I think it looks great. Like I said, could there be any improvement to the sculpt? Sure. But, you know, if this is what we get, I'm not complaining. I think it looks great. Absolutely. See, this one's lit well. I like the lighting on this one. That's Sigourney Weaver, 100%. And there's more eggs. See, here's the thing. If you want to get like a whole bunch of eggs, which I know Maz does, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try and stagger this with for my ordering as much as I can to get as many eggs as I can. So I'm going to try and go for both versions of Ripley. I'm going to try and get that artisan one, but I'm also going to get the sculpted one because they both come with an egg. So there's 2 eggs right there, plus the one that comes with the xenomorph. 3 eggs. 3 eggs, I can do something with that. I don't need more, but I think that's a good number of eggs. Again, I think the sculpt is great. I really do. I don't have any major complaints at all. I think they did a really good job. Like that. Like, come on. That is Sigourney Weaver. And look at how you can call this soft. Look at the pores. Look at this texture in her skin. Like they nailed this. Like, I think if anything, the only thing maybe bringing it down a little bit is the sculpted hair. And I don't mean that I think the sculpted hair is bad. That's not what I'm saying. I just think that maybe it needs to be a slightly different shape, the hair. And maybe that's what's sort of taking away from the face sculpt. I'm not sure. But I mean, for me, this looks exactly like her. Like this photo right here is an example of what I'm talking about. That is Sigourney Weaver. And it's the same figure. It's just a different photo with different lighting. And that's always what we say, is that's how it works. It all depends on how you photograph something. But I mean, I think she looks great. I really do. I love like that. I mean, that looks amazing. Like all these up close shots really show you the quality of this face sculpt. It would usually be the up close that would give away the game if it wasn't good, but it's great. M41A pulse rifle. See, I did get it right. But you can go the whole thing to cock and load the grenades. So that's movable, so you can actually do that. There's the tracker taped to the top of the gun, which I think is awesome. Magazine and retractable stock too, so you can have her holding this gun in whatever. Oh, I keep getting silly messages from my friend. It's like that was like a Corey Feldman joke. But yeah, it's and it's even got the count reader, the digital count, ammo count on the side, which I think is awesome too. But yeah, look, I'm not trying to be overly hype about this. I'm telling you what I think. I think the sculpt looks great. That's just my opinion. And again, here we go with more. We get more an overmorph or an egg with Ripley, so that's great. Similar base as the alien as well, but that's okay. That's fine. I think it's meant to look like the deck of the Nostromo or something, or the deck of or one of the floor plates in Hadley's Hope. That's probably what it is. It's more like the floor plating from the base at Hadley's Hope. Okay, I think we already looked at that. But yeah, the deluxe version. The deluxe. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It was the deluxe version again. See, sometimes I make mistakes, and in this case, it was the deluxe version that comes with the Ovomorph. Like there again, that's Sigourney Weaver. I'm sorry, it is. But yeah, the deluxe version is the one that comes with the eggs or with the egg. But yeah, this is, I mean, it's amazing. I think they've really done a great job with this. Again, it's the same figure, so we're just gonna try and get it. But I mean, look at that. My God. We're gonna keep moving because this is already getting up to 26 minutes. So we're trying to get through this, guys. And then she's got the flamethrower with the as Brother Cousins refers to it, the Cheeto. The Cheeto flame. But you know what? It looks fine. It for what it is, I mean, there's really how else are you going to do it? But I like it. But this is the deluxe one, comes with the Ovomorph. So the deluxe version comes with the egg. So there's a collector's version and a deluxe version of each of Ripley and the Alien Warrior. Both of which, both the deluxe versions come with eggs. But then, here we go. It's artisan time. As you can see, artisan hair. It's rooted hair. Yeah. This is the one that I think, like, look, that's amazing. I'm sorry, that looks fantastic. This is definitely, I'm going for this. I don't know if they're going to do a queue for it or what they're going to do, but or if they're just going to say, hey, it's up and it's almost at low stock, you know, but I'm going for it. Absolutely. But this looks fantastic. And then, yeah, she comes with it's basically, she comes with all the same things as the deluxe version sculpted hair. So basically the only difference is the hair. But look at the hair. Like, it looks really good. Like, they did a really good job with the hair. Because she does have that, you know, she cuts her hair off. She cuts her hair after they wake her up from being in hypersleep. But like, this looks great. I mean, they've really done a great job. I don't know if it's the thing with shorter hair. Artisan hair seems to be one of those things where if you want that on your figure, that's great. But for me, it needs to be something, it needs to be a figure that warrants it. And in this case, yeah, I'd say that this version, this current version of Ripley definitely warrants it. Like, that's Sigourney Weaver. It just is. I mean, come on. Again, it's the same figure, but with the skull, with the rooted hair. I think they've nailed this. Again, it's not. I'm not going to say it's a 10 out of 10 because what is? You know, very rarely can you honestly say a 10 out of 10. It does happen, but it's not always. It's not every day. This one, like I said, 9.5 for me. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely go for this artisan version as well. I'm gonna get the sculpted. I'm gonna go for this one, and I'm gonna go for the xenomorph as well. I think I'm just gonna get one xenomorph. I was considering getting 2. I think I'm going to stick with 1 because I'll have this one, I'll have the Scorched Xeno, and I'll have the big chap. So, and mainly also because who knows, this isn't done. We're probably going to, I think we're going to get that power loader. So I'm going to want that's why I'm getting 2 Ripleys as well. I want one of them to put her into the power loader, and the other one I'll have outside of that. So I'll have two options. But we might get a queen. Will we 100%? No, I can't say for sure. It'll be big if we do. It'll be very big. It'll be a big figure. But I think it'll be around the same in terms of size. I think it's going to be something along the lines of the dewback that we got for Star Wars, the dewback from A New Hope. So it's not like they haven't done a figure that big before. I think they could do it potentially. I don't know if they will. They might. We'll see. But like this looks great. Like this is a weird angle. I'll give the people who don't like the likeness. This is an odd angle. I will say that. But this isn't an angle that I'm ever going to have her posed in. So I don't care. Every other way I've seen her in every other photo to me looks like Sigourney Weaver. Like that. Look, that's Sigourney Weaver. But yeah. There are going to be 3,000 of these. From what I understand, 3,000 for the North America, I guess it's 2,600 of them will be for the North American market, and then 400 will be for China. So their allotment is really small for themselves, but we're gonna have about 2,600. So if you're going for the artisan, you have a decent shot of getting it, as long as you don't fall asleep and miss the announcement when it goes live. But I mean, come on. That's Sigourney Weaver. That is her. And the other thing too is they did a new, they did the proper body proportion for her as well. Because for those of you who don't know, Sigourney Weaver is a very tall woman. Well, she's tall for a woman. Put it that way. Oh, nosy itch. She is, I think, 5'11", so she's almost 6 feet tall. She was modeling when she got the job to be in Alien, the first one. She is a tall woman, and they've got the proportions down for the body for this figure, so that it's actually 6 scale to Sigourney Weaver, which I think is brilliant. Good for them for making that, for going to that level of effort. Fantastic. And there's the egg you can get with her again. Like I said, it's the more eggs I can get my hands on, the better off I'm going to be. But, you get all the usual things. You get the tracker, you get the guns, you get the little pouch where she puts the flares. Or wait, were the flares in the pouch? Somebody in the comments, let me know. Were the flares, did she keep them in this pouch here? This pouch that I'm circling? Because I'm not 100% sure. But you got the Reeboks, the watch, the whole 9 yards. This figure is, in my opinion, this is fantastic. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy that we're getting it at all. I mean, for the 40th anniversary of Aliens, which for a lot of people, not necessarily me personally, but for a lot of people, Aliens is one of those rare examples where the sequel outdid the original. And I think it certainly did do that in terms of box office, because the original was more like a haunted house type horror movie, whereas this one was like a war film. I mean, this is an action, guns, explosions, all kinds of aliens running around. It was definitely much more action packed. But yeah. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's, never mind him. Whoops. Can I not get that? Anyway, well, it doesn't matter. That was the end of that one. But yeah, I am of the opinion that the Alien Warrior and Ripley are awesome. I think they're both awesome. I'm going to get Ripley. I'm going to get 2 Ripleys if I can. And I'm going to get that Alien, which I already pre-ordered. So yeah. So yeah, if you are not, if you disagree, if you think that the sculpt on Ripley is not as good as you would like it to be, you know what? This is also, keep in mind, this is just a prototype. We are, I think it's a year out before this even comes near its release. There's plenty of time. And if you do have issues with it, if you do want them to fix things, make your voice heard, because Hot Toys sometimes does listen. Sometimes. If you make a big enough stink, they might actually do something. So you never know. But, you know, then again, they might just ignore us and not do anything. So there's that possibility too. But whatever. So yeah, this is just the beginning. I think we're going to see a power loader get announced soon. Possibly a Queen, maybe. We might even see some Colonial Marines, or at the very least, Bishop. Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it's certainly so exciting. I'm so happy that they're doing this. I can't wait to see what else there is to come from this 40th anniversary Aliens line. I'm very excited. But let me know how you feel. Are you guys excited? Is this one that you really want to get? Are you of the same opinion as me and think that it definitely looks like Sigourney Weaver? Or are you of the opinion that no, it doesn't and it needs a lot more work? Or does it just need a tweak? You know, artisan or sculpted? I think the sculpted hair looks really good. But I mean, that artisan is next level. I'm going to say it right now. The artisan hair on this figure looks fantastic. You know, Alien Warrior, are you getting that one? Do you need it? Do you want it? Who knows? But that's why I'm asking the question. So please put that down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And with that, I'm going to say good day to all of you. And yeah, I will be around. I will pop in and make another video if something else gets announced. So stay tuned. But you know how I say it all the time. It's not the years, it's the mileage. Bye-bye.